Hello, my name is Michael Patrick Gillespie. I'm a professor of English literature at Florida International University in Miami.
Hello, my name is Glenn Hutchinson. I'm the director for the Center for Excellence in Writing at FIU and also an associate professor of English.
Hi, my name is Anna Lishinska. I am a professor in the English department at FIU.
My name is Ken Johnson. I've been an English professor at Florida International University for 41 years.
My name is Nick Vagnoni. I am a teaching professor here in the English department at FIU.
Hi, my name is Kathy Clarich, and I've been with Exchange for Change since the very beginning, which was in the summer of 2014. I founded the organization with the idea that one person teaching one class reaches only a certain number of students, and by creating a nonprofit, we can reach lots of students.
I've had the pleasure of working with Exchange for Change as a volunteer over the last several years, including teaching some playwriting courses at Everglades Correctional. On the last day of the first course I taught there, one of the students asked me, "What did you learn from teaching this class?" I thought it was a great question and one that I keep thinking about. And there were two things that I shared. One was how Exchange for Change in the course gave me a new perspective on those who are incarcerated and also the criminal justice system. We read and discussed American drama, had some great discussions. Also, the work that was created, the scenes, the new plays that they were writing, also were fascinating to me, particularly writing about family. The second thing that I learned was the importance of education being a human right. And that's one reason I'm so proud of FIU's involvement with Exchange for Change.
And I've been working with Exchange for Change for about 8 years now. In that time, I've taught creative writing classes in 3 state prisons, 1 federal prison, and most recently 1 county jail. I've also served as the co-editor of Don't Shake the Spoon, which is Exchange for Change's annual publication of student writing from the classes that we offer.
I was overwhelmed by the incredible, generous, vibrant spirit of the students, of the ways in which they were sort of committed to the experience of learning, committed to each other, to the community that they built in their classes, which seemed to be incredibly nourishing for them and really important, vitally important to the students.
And I also facilitated by a nonprofit organization, Exchange for Change, am able to teach in the local prison system in Southeast Florida. We thought it would be useful to record some of our experiences to share with others as to why it's such an important thing to do, not so much for the students who are incarcerated, although it's very important to them, but how much it does for each of us to participate in the program. I've spent 40 years in academics, and I've taught and wrote about James Joyce for most of those years. Yet when I did the Dubliners, a collection of short stories by Joyce that I've taught time and again, I was continually amazed by the things that my students saw, by the questions that they raised, by the engagement that they had. These are individuals who come from a range of backgrounds, from abject poverty to the upper middle class. They have a wide scope of educational skills. Some have not yet achieved the GED.
5 years ago, I began voluntary teaching at 3 state correctional facilities in the Miami-Dade area under the administration of the nonprofit organization Exchange for Change. During these 5 years, I have taught courses on journal writing, writing movie reviews, and Shakespeare to incarcerated students, men and women, in Exchange for Change's remarkable program directed by Kathy Clarich or as the students affectionately call her, Saint Kathy. I am pleased to be a part of the growing relationship between FIU, the English department, and Exchange for Change.
Our ability to learn more about ourselves through the experience of working with people whose voices have been muted has been a life-changing experience for me. I feel more sensitive and aware of everything that's going on and extremely grateful for the experience.
The students are both inspired and inspiring, and they give a great deal to all those who come into contact with them.
And finally, if you're a professor, an instructor, consider teaching in the program. It's a great opportunity and there's so much to learn.
The reality of life in a correctional system is far different. Despite all the stories in the New York Times about the horrific goings-on in Rikers Island, most of what you see in prison is understated, suppressed, and circumscribed. There are no barren exercise yards filled with angry groups of tattooed men glaring at one another, waiting for the slightest provocation. Instead, everything is controlled, everything is regimented, and humanity is stripped from every individual who enters that prison. The Everglades Correctional Institution is what is called an incentivized prison. This means that all of the inmates who are admitted to Everglades have spent at least the past 5 years in the prison system without being reported by the prison officers for any offenses. It produces a very disciplined, very mature prison population, and certainly individuals who are very concerned with self-improvement. That allows them privileges that are not available in other prisons, privileges like access to college-level courses.
Really encourage participation in any way that you can if you have any interest, because it is an incredible and really impactful organization.
Needless to say, for me, the teaching experience is emotionally and spiritually profound in a way that I have never experienced before.
I think I see a lot students come into these classes and they're there because they really want to be there, to participate, to have an outlet, to have a way to engage, and to have a safe space within their larger setting.
I hope you've enjoyed the stories that my colleagues at FIU have been telling about their experiences within the prison system. And I hope it's given you a chance to think about how fulfilling taking a few hours every week to work with students who are so highly motivated, how fulfilling that can be. If you are interested, at the bottom of the screen you'll see the website address for Exchange for Change, and it's very easy to access it and to contact the individuals who are there. If you have specific questions that you would like to ask me, you can email me at michael.gillespie@fiu.edu. That's at the bottom of the screen as well. Thank you again for your attention.